All right, you ready now? Okay. Hello, Melissa. Thank you for meeting with me today.
Oh, you're welcome, Elijah.
All right, I heard that you were looking for a new laptop and that you're using your family computer.
Yes. Me and my mom, we share a computer, and I really need to get something that has a lot of memory in it, but not very expensive.
Okay. So yeah, today the purpose of us meeting is just to find out if we have anything at the Best Buy workout that suits you and what you need.
Okay.
So yeah, first off, you said you wanted something with memory. So
Yeah.
I understand you're a student here with me. What grade are you in, by the way?
Well, this is going to be, I'm a junior this year, so just, trying to, keep all my work uploaded onto my computer. And, like sometimes my mom, like, me erase my homework or something. And so we just really need to get something in the house where we can each have our own computer.
Right.
Our
So
laptop.
definitely. Okay. So you're a junior. What's your major?
Well, my major is communications.
Okay. Communications. All right. So you're a communications major. So yeah, definitely. From what I know about communication and that major in general is that it's not super technical as
Okay.
far as software and whatnot. So you might be in luck, price wise. Me personally, I use a MacBook Air. That's what I use. I'm a marketing major, so we use it for you have digital marketing, but then you also have other stuff where you're just communicating with people.
Okay.
So it's nice to have that extra storage.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely think we have something suited to your liking. Price. So before we even talk about price, our lowest price for a laptop with your storage capability is $535 after tax, and the highest we go is 1,299. So yeah.
Okay, so that's in my price range.
Okay. Since you're a student, I know that like USB ports, hard drives, all that stuff is kind of standard, and as far as necessity goes, so that's all included. But yeah, so as far as what we have all of our Apple line is between 500 at the lowest, and then our most expensive in the Apple line as far as our MacBook Airs is 1100. So it's not the peak, but it is up there in price.
Okay.
So what were you looking for as far as price? Can we get it closer to a number? Solid number?
So I would say where I would feel comfortable and where I've been saving, I would say probably maybe about 800. So
800, okay.
do you think you can give me something in a pretty good, laptop in that range?
Lucky for you, this one that I use, my everyday laptop is it was $799.
Okay.
So yeah, right where you're asking, if I could give you any input on my laptop that I use, it's perfect for me. I've been using it since I was a freshman. My mama got it for me, so she did what she had to do, and it was good. It does everything I need to do. Canvas, I'm sure you're familiar with Canvas.
Yeah.
That's just yeah. So we have Canvas that we use. Word docs, everything that you need. It's mostly saved on the cloud. That's one of the cool things about Apple products is the majority of our stuff is saved on the cloud, and then we have our internal hard drive and whatnot. So yeah, everything you need be packed on there. It's portable. It's super light. I don't know the exact weight.
Okay.
But it's very light. You won't even notice it in your backpack. I know you're at school all day, so
Right,
that's
right.
pretty important for you, right? I would assume.
And then what about the charging capabilities? Like, does
The
battery,
battery life, yeah. You can use it for 2 days straight, 48 hours without charging it. I mean,
Okay, that's cool.
so yeah, it'll do what you need to do. It's a good workhorse. It's like I said, you're a communication major, so no offense. I know you don't need anything crazy as far as online, and then what the computer can do. Like you don't need editing software, you don't need that type of stuff. But because of Microsoft and Apple, they make good machines.
Okay.
So if you ever do get into hobbies, right, where maybe you just want to dabble in it, you can do that. You're not stuck in one lane. So, yeah, today, like I said, I would recommend just the base MacBook Air.
So what would you say the difference is between the MacBook and like the other computers? Because
so you have like the different brands like
Yeah.
Asus, Windows. If I'm being completely honest with you, MacBook definitely. Actually, I want to ask you this first. What kind of phone do you have?
Android.
Android. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would change my answer a little bit. So, the cool thing about Apple products, like if you're talking iPad, iPhone, Mac, MacBooks, they're all connected because they're all using the same operating software,
Okay.
right? So that's OS. So, the cool thing about that is a lot of your things are already connected.
Okay.
Like if you're familiar with Gmail, how Gmail
Yeah.
and Google, they're all kind of, no matter what device you use. Same thing with Apple. Since you're using an Android, their operating software works really good with Windows. So I would
Okay.
recommend a Windows computer. And the good thing about that is usually Windows work better. They're more user friendly.
Okay.
Apple stuff, the operating software is really tough. Like the user interface is really tough to get down. So you have to kind of take your time and learn it. Versus Windows, which is pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
So, yeah, if that's the case, since you have Android, I think it would be a lot more easier to get like your stuff from your. So actually, what kind of computer did your mom use, or the one that you're currently using?
So right now we have the Ace. Is it ASIC?
Asus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my mom is an engineer, so she does a lot of her AutoCAD and everything on her computer.
Okay.
And so that it works better for her.
Right.
But she also has an iPhone, so and she's kind of able to see everything that she needs to see on that computer as well. So.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely, since she's an engineer, she's probably gonna have a ton of documents, right?
Yeah, she has
so
a lot of things saved.
definitely want to keep yourself separate. The good thing about Asus too is Windows and Asus, they share the same user interface too, same software. So it'll be pretty easy for you as far as integration goes, and transitioning from that computer to the next.
Okay.
You won't have to relearn anything. It'll be completely seamless. So
So then it'll be better for me to go with that computer because I can transfer all my files.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's really up to you. Like I said, between Windows and Asus, you're really just looking at quality control and just personal preference. Windows computers tend to be the lightest in the market.
Okay.
Asus is more of like my dad, he says throw down, but that's more like the lower end of the spectrum. They're still really good computers, but it would be Asus, Windows, and then Apple. But it's really, when it comes down to laptops, it just comes down to your preference. So, and then what you previously have. So since you have an Android and since you have previously used an Asus, I would recommend either using or purchasing a Windows or Asus.
Okay.
Price, Asus is the lowest, right?
Okay.
But you're trading, I would say, a little bit of quality, right, for the price, as most things go.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're looking at, probably for the Windows, we're looking at around $699, and then for the Asus we're looking $599. So it's about $100 difference at each step that you go.
Okay. And so do the laptops come with a warranty?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Best Buy we have the Geek Squad warranty.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
So
I see the cars out there sometimes.
Yeah. So definitely I can get you set up with them if you would like a warranty. I would definitely recommend it, just so that your stuff is protected in case anything happens. Texas, hurricanes, storms, or if you just drop it, it's nice to have that coverage. So, yeah. The warranties usually last between, you can do like a 1 year, 2 year, 5 year.
Okay.
It's really up to you. Since you're in college and you're about to graduate in a couple years, I would definitely recommend at least a 2 year.
Okay.
Just so that you can finish up, not have to worry about it. And then once you graduate, and if you go straight into a job, get more money, you can upgrade if you like. But yeah, just giving you options.
Okay. All right. So, would there be any extra equipment that you think that would enhance it? Because I do go out because my whole thing is I want to be like a newscaster.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always out videoing and filming.
Right.
So how do you think that's gonna work?
Definitely. As far as any accessories go, for the computer, I would just say it really comes down to you. Since you're newscasting, you like doing videography and stuff like that. I would definitely invest in like an HDMI cable.
Okay.
Just for converting your videos and whatnot to the computer and keeping the quality. That, as well as a spare USB-C cable, because all of your Android stuff uses USB-C.
Okay.
So no more. I forget what the old ones are called, but That doesn't matter. So yeah, so that'll be better for you. The USB-C. Apple is also converting to that too. So your mom, if anything like that happens where she may need to borrow your computer, hopefully not.
Yeah,
You know, that's the whole point of this.
Yeah.
So
That's why we're here.
but yeah, that just cables to get your stuff from your phone or from your camera onto your computer. But yeah, I would definitely just look into that. But the cool thing about all of the, whether it's MacBook all the way down to Asus, is that as far as external capabilities, they're all pretty inclusive. So you don't have to worry about one having one thing and one not. One thing I would watch out for, and it's probably a good argument against Apple, is they tend to lack ports. So where Windows would have like 4 or 5 ports, Apple probably would only have 1 or 2.
Okay.
So if that's super important to you, that's something I would keep in mind.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that today was pretty important and resourceful. We did good. Found out some good stuff. So how are we looking as far as purchasing today?
Everything sounds great. I do want to do a little bit more research.
Absolutely.
You know, I just thank you for your time. But I also wanted to find out, like, are there any rebates or anything that's going on where I can, you know, get, you know, like more of a discount? You know, anywhere where I can save extra money, I can, you know, put it on something else, you know, for school.
Yeah, definitely. So of course, you know, Black Friday is coming up in a handful of months. So if you really wanted to wait, I know that's kind of deep in the semester. You know, that's like halfway through. So I personally, and not because I'm trying to make a sale, but I personally would recommend it because I know once you get behind on classes and stuff, it starts to fall apart. So I mean, we definitely do discounts, student discounts as well. I would have to talk to the higher ups, the managers and whatnot, to see about that specifically. But as far as solidified, like in stone discounts or anything like that, Black Friday is your best bet. Yeah, if you really wanted to, if you're okay with doing like a used laptop, we do used ones, or like better yet refurbished, you know, so it's not like, you know, not beat up, but we have our technicians come in, we get returns, whatnot, they come in, fix it all up, make sure it's running just like brand new. So it's, you know, and it's discounted as well. So, you know, we drop off like 50 to 100 depending on how used it was before. But once we refurbish it, all you're really looking at, nothing's wrong with the software or the hardware. The only thing that you're looking at is cosmetic differences. So like scratches, maybe little dinks and whatnot. We try really hard to, you know, get that stuff out, handle that. But yeah, that's something to keep in mind as well if you're thinking about price. Yeah, so refurbishing, used, and then Black Friday is.
So my question is, would you have anything today for me to be able to take home if I wanted to do like the used or refurbished, if I didn't want to do a new?
Oh yeah, definitely. So we always keep them in house. We always keep a stock of refurbished ones. Definitely less. But we have them for you if you like to take a look at them.
Oh yeah, sure. Do you have anything in, you know, because you know, I'm kind of a color girl, so you know, anything in pink or blue or something like that?
Yeah. Once we figure out exactly what brand you want, because so if this helps you come to a decision, Windows definitely has the most as far as colors go. It's the most extensive. They have just about every color of the rainbow. Yeah, Asus is kind of just straight black and gray. MacBooks, they're more metallic. They do have colors, yellow, pink. That's really about it. Yellow, pink, and gray, and then you get like a dark gray, black for MacBooks. But if you're looking for color, I would say Windows.
My last question, Elijah, is you know, I know some, like my mom's computer is touchscreen, so you can touch the screen and work with it.
Definitely.
So would the MacBook or the Asus be one of those computers that can be touchscreen, or is everything, you know, on keyboard?
So this really comes down to the specific model of laptop you get. So Asus definitely does have touchscreen. Windows, I would say, is probably the aficionado with the touchscreens. They definitely have the most variety. But at a taller price point. And
I was gonna ask you that, like, since it's touchscreen, you know, is it gonna, you know, hit my pocketbook harder?
It's gonna hit you a little bit harder. But the cool thing about it is, when you're taking notes in class, right, you don't need a notebook. You can just do it all on there. So they come with pins, like not pins like these, but like, you know, like electronic pins for the touchscreen. I don't know if you're familiar with like Apple Pens, but it's similar to that.
The stylus and everything.
Yeah, the stylus. So you can write, you can take notes if you're into drawing. You draw. A lot of people actually use those as beginner tablets as far as drawing. So yeah. it's there for you if you want it. So
Okay, yeah.
we definitely have the refurbished ones. We have the colors, and we can get to you with the price point.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, then if you'll just let me know like what the price is going to be, because I really do want to touch
Right.
screen.
Hands on. Okay.
Yeah. So if you'll let me know what the price would be, and then since you know what my budget is, if it's a little bit more, maybe you could talk to your manager
Right.
to
Yeah,
see
I
if
got
they
you.
can kind of get it with tax and everything in my price point. I'll take it today.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we got to stick together as students. So I got you. I know how it is with the money situation. So I'll definitely make sure I talk to them. And I'll get with you with the price in just a couple moments when I run the numbers real quick.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you for talking today.
Okay, no problem. I'll wait for you over here.
All right, thank you.
All right.